Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tamisha Tony of The Radiant RN, and today we're going to be talking about what to pack for your travel assignment. So I'll start off by saying that I typically am a light packer. I believe that less is more, and if you ever need any more items, you can either have a family member or friend send them to you. You can take some time if you have ample time off in your contract to go back home and retrieve the items that you would like, or you can simply go to a store and buy whatever it is that you need, being that you most likely will not be in a rural or like destitute area, unless of course you know that you're going to one of those type of locations. So then of course bring everything that you could possibly think of, but I don't find it necessary to bring everything but your kitchen sink with you on a travel assignment. I know some people like to do that, but I just think less is more. The more you bring with you, you're gonna have to lug it back, and also you're just gonna have to keep packing and unpacking. And I've been in that situation where, you know, my housing arrangement maybe didn't work out and I had to shift locations, and it's frustrating when you have to take all of your belongings and like pack it, unpack it, put it back in the car, bring it back into the residence. So I just like to think that if you bring less, it's less for you to worry about, less hassle. So what you want to start off with first would be your clothing. Travel assignment is typically 13 weeks unless you're doing an 8-week or 4-week assignment, but you would just want to think like 3 months, right? So are you going to have access to a washer and dryer, or are you going to be in a situation where you're not going to have easy access to a washer and dryer? Because that will also help you dictate how many clothes you need to bring with you, or how much clothes you need to bring with you. And also your uniforms. I typically know if I'm working a 36-hour contract, obviously that's going to be 3 shifts. Unless you're doing a 48, then you'll need 4. And I like to have this idea that I will have 2 weeks worth of scrubs, so I don't have to do laundry frequently, because I just don't like washing clothes every single day. So if I have at least 6 pair of scrubs in whatever color that is required for me to wear, I'll pack that. And I have actually a what do you call it, like a cube that I put all of my scrubs in. So I have one side I put my scrub tops, and the other side I put my scrub bottoms, and then I put my headbands that I like to wear to work. And that system works great for me because I always know that my scrubs are in a little packet cubie, and I have no issues with that. Actually, let me show you the packet. This is the packing cube that I use for all of my scrubs. It's just like a little pink leopard print. I ordered this off of Amazon several years ago, and it is really good quality, and it comes with a bunch of different sizes, and then it has some small laundry pouches. But I highly recommend like these travel cubes. So that is what I put all of my scrubs in, so that my scrubs are all just confined, so I know that I have my work uniforms available. Next, I would think about what I plan on doing while I'm on the travel assignment. So you just want to think about your lifestyle. If you're more of an active person, who likes to work out, or if you're going somewhere where you're going to be hiking or going canoeing or going into the water, or what activities are you going to be getting into when you're not at work? So I always like to bring some gym wear, so leggings, sports bra, workout tops, or if you're going to be doing swimming, bring your bathing suits. What else? Do you plan on dating while you're on your travel assignment? Are you gonna bring like cute going out date night clothes? Do you need to bring 1 pair of heels? I wouldn't necessarily bring your entire closet with you, right? You wanna narrow it down to just 3 months of what you think you might realistically need. Now, if you know that you're not somebody in your regular life who typically dresses up and goes to fancy places, then there's no need for you to bring a ball gown with you on your travel assignment. But just think about what you do in your normal day-to-day regular life, because that's probably what you're going to be reaching for when you're out on your travel assignment. So workout clothing, swimwear, certain types of footwear if you're more active, if you want to bring like hiking boots, sneakers, and also make sure you bring your work shoes, whatever you prefer to wear to work. And then the climate, are you going to a cold place or a warm place? Do you want to bring sandals? Do you need more of like a winter boot, or you know, something with a closed toe to accommodate for weather conditions? The next thing that I typically like to focus on is wherever I'm staying, if it's going to be in a furnished finder, Airbnb, hotel, what is the cookware setup? Do I have access to pots, pans, knives, a blender? You can ask these things when you book, by asking the host, like, hey, is this item available at your hosting? And that way you know if you need to bring it with you or not. Or like if you're somebody who lives by like your protein shakes, or you have to have a smoothie, make sure you bring a blender. I know that was something that I ended up having to go out and buy because I realized that I wanted to make smoothies. So I invested in a blender that I would take with me on my travel assignments, and that worked out pretty good for me. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you have everything that you need. Oftentimes I've noticed that they'll have a pot and pan, but there won't be actually any like cookware, like silverware to use. So you might want to bring some of those things, and even can openers. I actually developed a collection of can openers because I had to get 2 of them. So now I have like an abundance of can openers that's not necessary. But just be mindful of those things, and that's why you kind of want to have a list in your mind of what you need, because you don't want to have to keep buying things that you already have, because it is frustrating when you have multiples of everything because you've had to keep going out and buying things while you're on your travel assignment. The next thing I like to be mindful of is bedding. Now, typically wherever you're going to stay will provide you with bedding, but I personally just feel a little bit more comfortable using my own sheets and blankets. So I got a bedding set from Target. It's like a cheap one to take with me on the road, and I will typically throw that in the back of my car if I'm driving to my assignment and bring that with me, so that way I can switch out the bedding that's provided by the host wherever I'm staying, and just switch my own out, and it just makes me feel more comfortable, and it also gives you a little bit of familiarity. Can I say that word? Next thing you want to focus on is going to be your hygiene and toiletries. So that's all your skincare, your body wash, soap, your towels, your washcloths, wash nets, whatever you use, your hair care. Think about how you're gonna style your hair. Do you need to bring your blow dryer? Do you need to bring your flat iron? Maybe you have braids as your style, or maybe you're wearing your hair straight. Do you need edge control? Like, bring everything that you can think you're gonna need for your hair. And I also try to like think forward with my hairstyles. For the length of time I'm gonna be at my assignment, how long do I think I'm going to wear a certain style, because that will help you be able to determine what you need to bring with you, if you're someone who likes to switch up your hairstyles frequently. That's it for me. But if you know prescription medication, but whatever over-the-counter medication that you feel like you might frequently look for, it's good to have that, so that if you do get sick or you're in a situation where you need some medication, you don't have to run to the drugstore to get it. Like, you just already have it packed in your bag. And all of your beauty maintenance, your makeup, whatever you use on a daily, just make sure you have like a toiletry bag, and bring that with you to every assignment. Then you want to ask yourself about like your daily essentials. I know for me, I love like tumblers, like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donut tumblers. I live by them, so I always make sure I bring 1 or 2 of those with me on the road. And that also is something that I just like to have with me, because it makes me feel like I'm at home. Like, it makes me feel like a piece of my regular life is with me while I'm traveling. Like, I have a dedicated Stanley cup, and like multiple tumblers that I've just become my favorite over time. So I will bring those with me, as like a kind of like a comfort thing, honestly. Then you want to focus on your important documentation. So I always travel with, well, obviously you're gonna have your driver's license, your identification, and all of your like, you know, your cash, like your debit card, credit card. But you also want to bring with you anything that you might need for your onboarding. If you did not complete your onboarding before arriving at your assignment, like if they're telling you to bring certain paperwork with you for your first day, make sure you have all of that. I would suggest bringing a copy so that you're not being at risk of losing or damaging your originals, but bring a copy of any of your professional certifications or licenses that you might need, if you didn't already email them over before your first day. If you know you have travel plans like during your assignment, like if you know you have a trip coming up and you're going to be traveling within your travel assignment, bring your passport with you and just make sure you keep it in a safe place, of course, so that you'll be able to go on your vacation and you didn't leave your passport at wherever your permanent residence is, because that would be a hassle trying to get it. And I know people personally who have done that. And then just kind of going back to your favorite personal items. So for me, I typically like to bring one of my own comfort blankets, like my blanket here. I just love blankets. They make me so comfortable. So I always pack at least one like blanket with me when I'm going on the road. So that way on days that I'm off, or whenever I just want to have some personal me time to decompose, I have like my favorite blanket that I can cuddle up with, and it makes me feel like I'm at home. Any cherished items. I know some people like to bring family photos with them and just kind of set them up wherever they're staying, if that's something you want to do. Or if you need any type of like sleep machines, or like I think it's like rain sounds, or if you use anything at night to help you sleep, or anything to just make you at ease, bring that with you so that you feel as comfortable as possible, because it can be kind of discomforting being in places that are not necessarily your home. And so the more you can bring from home, just a few small items, don't bring everything, but just choose your personal favorites so that you feel a little bit more at ease, and like you can remember that you have a whole life outside of this travel assignment. And just to like recap, I believe pack less, like pack light. Less is more. That's it for what I typically would take on a travel assignment. Like I said, I'm a light packer. I think these are just the essentials. Like obviously, once you go on your first or second assignment, you'll kind of get a feel for like, oh, I forgot this or I forgot that. Oh, another thing I almost forgot. I always tend to forget slippers when I'm traveling, like no matter what, if it's for personal travel or anything. I always forget slippers. So make sure you pack slippers too, or socks if you're someone who just likes to use slippers in the house. That's something I always forget, and I'm like, ugh, I wish I had my slippers right now. But yeah, that's how I pack for my travel assignments. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. I hope you enjoyed this video and you got some insight on travel tips for your nursing travel packing tips for your travel assignment. Thank you for watching. Bye.